Hello YouTube, it's Final once again with another build video. This time it is Rapier Spear. I've been asked quite a few times for the Rapier Spear build, so let's go into it. What I'm going to do is go through all of the specs as normal, my stats, my armor, and what consumables I'm using. Hopefully you can bring this into your gaming, and yeah, hopefully this will help you out. So without further ado, let's have a look at my Spear build. So on my Spear build, I'm on all the way down in the Impaler, but we'll go through that now. Let's start off in Zonar. Right, so where I start with is Deadly Reach, which is critical chance is increased by 10% when attacking targets that are at least 3 meters away. I've got Invigorating Crit, restores 20 stamina on crit. Merciless Strength deals 25% increased damage against knockdowns targets. And Strong Conditioning, stamina regeneration rate is increased by 30% when below 50% stamina. I do like Sweep. So I'm on a Sweep build, so I've got Sweep, and then I've got Tenacious Sweep, which Grit is now active, only for a couple of seconds after Sweep is active, and I've got Coup de Grace, which follows up the Sweep with a stabbing motion, 150% weapon damage. So most of my perks and abilities are on the Impaler side, so I've gone for Skewer all the way down, apart from the last one. So the last one would give you bleed duration increased by 15 seconds, but hopefully the fight's not going to last 15 seconds, you're going to kill them. So I've got Skewer deals 20% increased damage against targets that are full health. Gaining power if Skewer critical hits, increasing damage by 20%. And then I've also got Perforate. So executes 3 quick piercing strikes that each deal 80% damage, rendering reducing the target's damage absorption by 5%. And I've gone all the way down in this one. Rend increased by 10% per strike against target below 50%. And target is staggered if you successfully land all 3 hits, which, don't get me wrong, is really, really hard. I've gone Refreshing Jabs at the top right. All spear ability cooldowns are reduced by 10% on a second hit or a light attack chain. And then we've got Crippling Jabs. The last hit of the light attack chain applies 30% slow for 3 seconds to targets below 30% health. Then we've got Finishing Blows, which deals 15% damage, increased damage against targets with less than 30% health. You can see the trend here. Less than 30% health, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. Aggressive Maneuvers. The first successful hit with an ability within 2 seconds of dodging reduces all of the spear cooldowns by 20%. And then you've got Exuberating Crits. Critical hits extend the duration of your spear debuffs and damage over time effects by 20%. And then we've gone into Exploited Weakness. Deal 10% bonus damage to each debuff on your target. So Skewer, Perforate, all of that is going to add up to this. So this is how I run my spear build. So obviously, what you're going to need to do is you're going to want to Skewer into Sweep into Perforate is my combo. So Skewer into Sweep into Perforate. If they're low before your Perforate, then I would use the Coup de Grace, but I would use Skewer, Sweep without Coup de Grace, so 1-click Sweep, and then go into Perforate to try and get the 3 off. And hopefully they're going to be pretty much dead before they get off the floor. But that's how I run that. So with the Rapier, my Rapier is my standard Rapier build. Is all down in Grace with On Guard, which deals 10% damage on targets greater than 50% health. Again, I know a lot of people disagree with this, but I'm using my Rapier as my get out of jail free. I'm not really DPSing on it, so the only ones I'm really using is Riposte and Fletch. I know in the comments it's going to go mad. Rapier does really good damage. I get it, but I am using this build for Spear. And this is my get out of jail free card. So let's have a look at my armor. So with my armor, I am using Fortify and Perforate, which gain a stack of Fortify, increased damage absorption by 9.6% for 6 seconds per successful Perforate hit. Absolutely brilliant. With Resilient. Again, Resilience, Enfeebling Skewer. Skewer hits applies weaken, reduces target's damage by 24%. Another one. Both perks for both of the things I'm using. Then I've got Omnimal Evade, gain 10% damage for 2 seconds after evade on my Rapier. But again, I don't really damage on my Rapier, but it's a perk that I've got. I've got Shirking Energy. If a hit is avoided by dodging while in light equipment zone, gain 29% stamina, which is important. And then I've got the Supplicant Shoes, the PvP track shoes, Shirking Heals, Refreshing and Resilient. I'm using the Champion Amulet and the Champion Earring, Stamina Recovery, Health and Shirking in Power. And the earring has got refreshing toast and regenerating. And then for my ring, I'm using Thrush damage. So I've got 4.9% extra damage on my spear. leeching and bloodletting, so my bleeds are lasting 29% longer. And then for my weapons, I'm using both PvP track weapons, so the frontline point, which has got penetrating, backstab, vicious, and keenly empowered. And then I've got the officer's ceremony, which is penetrating, backstab, vicious, and keenly empowered. For this build, I am using again the rabbit stew, which increases my dexterity by 24 and my constitution by 16. I will show you my stats in a second. And for consumables, I'm also using a strong honing stone within. You can use whatever stone you want, but I'm using the slightly cheaper one of the strong honing stone. And I've once again got health pots, oak flesh balm, gemstone dust, and hearty mills on my bar for all the health and regain that I'm going to need. So what I'm going to show you now is we'll have a quick look at my stats. So these are the stats that I run in PvP with the food on, as you can see. I've got 50 strength for the extra 10% damage in physical, light, and heavy attacks. I'm all the way up in 300 in dexterity for the most damage I can get off of my spear. And then I run 165 con. Just the extra little bit of con is nice. You can take off 35 dexterity and pop that in con to get to the 200 mark for the extra increase to physical and elemental armor. But I don't feel that's necessary because you are going to be in there poking around, stabbing around, trying to get one-on-ones and then getting out and starting again. You're not going to be in the mix of it. You shouldn't be in the middle of the Zerg. You should be out just picking off the healers, the bowmen, the musket players and trying to kill them and helping your main Zerg. So that is my build. That's how I run. Hopefully you found that interesting. I hope you can take some small parts of that out and use them yourself. Also, if you did like it or you did find that maybe there's some bits that I've missed out, put them in the comment section below. I will get back to you. I do read all the comments and I do try and reply. And please, please, please click the like and subscribe button. It does help me greatly. It will get me nearer that 1,000 subscriber mark that I'm trying to aim for. And yeah, it would be really, really, really appreciated if you could click them buttons. And without further ado, I'm going to leave you there. Hopefully you found it interesting, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.